Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Lasham Daily Briefing for Thursday, 26th of March, 2026. So we'll start off with the synoptic chart then. So this is as of midnight last night. Um, a nice ridge of high pressure over the area at the moment. There's a very ominous low pressure out there in the Atlantic, which will cause problem, no doubt, in the next few days. So this is 6 o'clock. If I'm around at midnight, you can see there's no real change particularly. So that front is on its way, but it's not going to affect us today. But we're not going to be left in a northwesterly flow throughout the day. I think the flying winds are probably going to be about 330 degrees there or thereabouts. But otherwise, a nice unstable day for us today. There's the cloud forecast around us. This heavier cloud up to the north with that warm front, but it's not going to affect us certainly today. And as a result, the actual rain forecast at the moment, you can see, is insignificant. If I run through the Met Office predicted forecast for the day, there's quite a lot of rain associated with that warm front over Ireland, but that's not going to be a factor for us today at all. So what I like to see, very, very short TAFs. So this is from Odium. Basically, we have 8 knots from the northwest, few at 2-3, a scatter cloud at 4,500. And that's going to be, I think, mean cloud base for the middle of the afternoon. And if I run through Farnborough, it's very similar as well. 5 knots from the west on the surface, few at 2,500, becoming between 7 and 10 o'clock, 10 knots from the northwest. And spot winds are indicating similar things. So flying heights, winds of about 330, 340, around about 20 knots. And on the surface, going to be slightly lighter, but still from the north. And there's windy giving us about 8 knots from the northwest. So we'll be operating off 27 today. A local forecast is a nice clear day, all day. Temperature is going to be a bit cold, about 9 degrees at best, feeling a bit colder with the wind. Northwesterly throughout the day, and no real UV factor today. Humidity is nice and low. GFS is giving us a max temperature today of only 7 or 8 degrees with a dew point down at -2. Currently outside we have temperature just over 4 degrees, dew point 1.4, and you can see the temperature and dew point are rising nicely. And if you're outside the window, it's going to be a lovely day, I think. Okay, so if we look at top measure, then this is predicted thermal for the day. So this is at 9 o'clock. They're talking very, very weak blue thermals. But I've run this through. The cube's starting to form around about 10, which is 11 o'clock our time, to about 3,000 feet initially. And then as I run it through to around about 1 o'clock today, talking about cumulus maybe to the east of us, possibly blue in this area here, but climbs to maybe 5,000 feet thereabouts. Sky sight is sort of giving us slightly more pessimistic, as in giving cloud base only about 4,000 foot above here, but maybe 3 knot thermals, 3.5 knot thermals. And here's the wind, really, it's 10 knots from about 340, maybe going a little further north later on, with gusts around about 12, 13 knots. We are obviously restricted by how many gliders we can operate down on 3-4, so we will operate off 2-7 today and accept the crosswind. And there's a cross section, so they're giving us 3.1 knot thermals up to a height of about 4,000 feet here. And no TAMs, other ones in our local area, the usual culprits. 24 is flare firing at Camberley, but that's not until tonight. 26 and 27 are Danger Area 132, Ash Range is active, and 29 is model rocket flying at Arbor Field. That's from 3:30 to 4:30 Zulu. So if you look at operations then for the day, there's a cross section again. So it's going to be quite a nice day, I think. We have 2 K21s on the 5-day course, 2 K21s on the booking system, a K13 on the booking system, some single seat availability, and of course the simulator is available. Hopefully we won't need to use that today. Currently, there are no reported movements from 2XL. A reminder about the Arboin weeks at the end of the October, 4th to the 23rd, 3 weeks. Ron, Evan, or myself, you can talk to any of us about that. So, general situation, weak ridge of high pressure over southern England. Northwesterly winds about 300 degrees are going to be operating height. Possible thermal activity to 5,000 feet today, set up on runway 27. Normal operations, cable on the boom on the south side. If sufficient private gliders for grid, it'll be on the north side grass as usual. Otherwise, join Yerito queue. Please be ready when the cable or tug arrives, and the usual things. Please don't land or taxi over the disused runways shown in red. So our operation today then, winch on the south side and at the western end. Grid, if they've got sufficient appetite for a grid, we'll set it up at the usual place on the north side. Otherwise, just come and join Yerito queue. I don't know that we'll necessarily have a lot of gliders for that today. Landing north or south as required. Okay, then. I'm going to go and set up the airfield fairly quickly, and I'll catch up with you all throughout the day, I hope. Take care. Bye-bye.